Hey, good morning. Wow, another new day. Did you go to the mirror? What'd you say? I hadn't gone to the mirror yet. I just jumped out of bed to go for my walk. And as I'm walking, of course, I get another download. But first, I'm going to tell you what I say to myself. Deanne, you are a person who will never give up. Giving up is not an option for you. And you choose to excel in everything that you do. Everything that you do prospers. And wow, your soul prospers as well. All right? For the rest of your days. All right, so here's the download. Many of us use the word try. And I was told that when you say the word try, you are leaving opportunity for failure. And we say, I'm going to try to lose weight. I'm going to try to finish this project. I'm going to try to go. I'm going to try to support you. I'm going to try to be there for you. And so I'm like, well, the word exists, so how do we use it more positively and affirming? Because the words that we speak have life and death. I'm putting my official ballot. Walk to the walked to the library this morning to drop off my ballot, my voting, not volunteer, but my voting ballot. Anyway, so we're talking about the word try, to make an attempt. Nothing beats a failure but an attempt or a try. So what do we say in place of try? What do you say? If you're trying to fix that, my mom's been saying, stop saying I'm trying to do this. How was your day? What'd you do today? Well, I was trying to do such and such. She said, no, you're doing it. And there's a difference. It's more empowering when you say what you're going to do, because that's a firmer commitment. So think about it this way. I'm going to try, you know that means there leaves room for failure, right? If you say, I'm going to trust that I will go and celebrate your wedding anniversary, whatever, then that says, okay, I have an option. I'm not quite sure that I'll, be able to go, but I'm gonna, do my best. Versus when you say, I will, I can, I'm going to, I plan to do this by such and such. Do you hear the difference? The difference in the power in those words? Okay? And your conscious doesn't know, only recognizes the word and the power and the spirit behind the word. Okay? So when you're putting more and more positive words in your space, your brain begins to respond to that, right? Then your words and then your actions follow, so forth. So I find that very interesting, and I'm working on. See, I almost said I'm going to try to work. I'm working on being more deliberate about my words. I can't sign and talk right now, so forgive me to my deaf community. I'm trying to do this, but I'm not trying to trip. Okay, all right. So I find it interesting, because it's something that's been ingrained. I've been saying it for so long, and many of you have been saying it for so long that it's a habit for us. And so we talked about how to change and formulate good habits and good practices through repetition. It becomes easy, pleasure, often habit. And so I want to challenge you today to think about the words that you're saying, because we're already in the process of forgiveness and forgiving ourselves and others We're in that process. We're changing our words. So we're sweeping around our own front door and we're looking in instead of looking out. And we are remembering who we are and also speaking positive life words over our lives and saying what we believe about ourselves. We're changing shifting our paradigm about how we view ourselves. Self-realization, self-reflection, self-discipline, everything about self doesn't have to be bad. We were taught don't focus on yourself because it makes you look like you're in pride. Don't talk about yourself because it makes you look like you are big-headed. Don't talk about yourself because you need to be humble. But do you know no one's going to celebrate you? You got to celebrate yourself. No one's going to promote you, get rally behind you. And I'm not saying you won't have people that won't do that, but in general, you're not going to get things in life. I'll give you an example and I'll close out. Last couple years ago, I said I wanted to be Teacher of the Year. And in doing so, the year that I wanted that to happen, COVID hit, that we transitioned to online learning. And so when we came back, I decided I was gonna, pursue that again. But what did I do? I went to several of my teacher colleagues and I told them I wanted to be Teacher of the Year. They submit a recommendation. And all of them agreed that they would, but only 2, which is all I needed, only 2 actually submitted the recommendation. And you needed 2 as a requirement to be qualified, right? But I asked 4 as a backup, to make sure I had enough of what I needed. And so consequently, I was put on the ballot, but at the end of the day, the support was there, and I was voted Teacher of the Year 2020, 2021. And so I'm saying that to say, some people might look at that and say, you went out and rallied for yourself and yes, campaigned for yourself. Yes, I sure did. Created flyers, passed them out, put them in all the teacher boxes. Yes, I did. Who else was going to do that for me? Who else was going to do that for me? And so, yeah, that win was not only inspired, by me, but the action put behind it. And my belief, I wasn't trying to win. My purpose and plan was to win. And I won. And that was my attitude. And my action and energy followed that and pushed that. And realized, what things do I need to do to make that happen? And it happened. I have several of those stories to share with you. Time is not going to permit. But going back to the day, what did you say about yourself today? And know that we're no longer just trying. We are being. Hey. We are doing. Yes. And we are conquering. That's what we're doing. We're not trying. We're winners. So welcome to the winner's circle.